children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. So we will be continuing our lesson matter from the science subject children. So in the previous session we have discussed about the atoms, the molecules and what happens when they are heated and then when they are cooled down. Okay, and we have learnt about two things. What is that? That is about expansion. No, expansion is increase in the size of the matter. Increase in the size of matter. So we have done one experiment also, like Sabina has done one experiment also. She took a ball, no, a metal ball, and when it was heated, what happened? The molecules, they moved apart and the size of the ball was increased. That is nothing but expansion. And another thing is contraction. What is contraction? Decrease in the size of matter. Decrease in the size of matter. So when the ball was cooled down, the movement of the molecules were slowed down. Because of that, the ball size was not increased. No. So this is nothing but the contraction. Okay, children. So now we'll be learning about the heating and cooling of gases. Heating and cooling of gases. Okay, so when a gas is heated, what happens? The molecules move away very fast. So whenever gas is heated, okay, gas is here nothing but the air. Okay, children, the molecules, what they are going to do? They are going to move away when they are heated. No, and they are going to move away very fast, and thereby they cause a scope for a expansion. So thereby causing it to expand. So because of that, the size is going to increase. Okay, and when a gas is cooled for a long time, what happens? Again, the molecules slow down and gradually turn into liquid. So when the gas, the air, okay, here is cooled down for a long time, then what happens again? The molecules, they are going to slow down and gradually, eventually, this gas is going to turn into liquid. Okay, here gas here is the air, like a water vapor. Okay, like water vapor. So which was there in the ice form, solid form, is going to be turned into water, a liquid form, when it is going to kept outside the fridge. Okay, clear, children? So this process in which a gas changes into liquid is called condensation. So what is this? This process in which a gas is going to change into liquid. This process is called as condensation. See, even example, our rain also. No, so the clouds, what happens? They are going to give us rain, and rain is in the form of liquid. No, but the clouds are in the form of gas. Okay, children. So this is nothing but the condensation. Clear? Yes, now. So the formation of water droplets on the outer surface of a cold glass is an example of condensation. That's what I said. See, the formation of water droplets. So you'll, as we said, children, if you take ice in a glass and you are keeping it on the table, what happens after some time? This cold glass, outside of this cold glass, okay, outside of this glass, what happens? You can see some small water drops, okay, and this formation of water droplets on the outer surface of this cold glass, this is an example of condensation. Okay, and when the water vapor present in the air comes in contact with the cold surface of the glass, the movement of molecules in water vapor slow down. So what happens here? Water vapor which is present in the air. No, so because we have kept the glass outside. So everywhere air is surrounded. Okay, so this water vapor which is present in the air, it is going to come contact with this cold surface of the glass. No, So these two, like water vapor in the air and the uh, cold surface of the glass, this coolness, this both are going to come into contact. And in this time what happens, at this time what happens, the movement of molecules in the water vapor is going to slow down. Okay, and that is why water vapor, that is gas, turns into water. So that is why what happens, because the water vapor, the movement of water vapor is going to slow down, and this water vapor, which is in the form of gas, it is going to turn into water, that is liquid. Clear, children? You just take a glass of ice water and keep it outside on a plate or somewhere. Like if you, after some time, all this ice is going to come out on the surface. It is going to form as water droplets on the surface of the glass, and inside the glass also whatever ice is there, that also is going to become water. Okay, and this is a best example for the condensation. Okay, so formation of dew and mist are other examples of condensation. So formation of dew, like what is dew, children? So water in the form of droplets. So especially on, if you see on leaves, you might be seeing some water droplets, no, when the weather is very cold, no, so that is nothing but dew. Okay, and mist is again very dense dew, like sometimes in this winter seasons and all that, what happens, the glass doors or glass windows, or even if you are going on in the four-wheeler car, the mirrors, the glasses, not mirrors, children, the glasses, they'll be covered thickly with some white fog and all that. So that is nothing but a mist. Okay, so this is also an example of the condensation. Clear, children? Now here if you see, this is a glass of water with ice cubes, and if you see here, children, there are some water droplets also. Water droplets condensing on the surface of the glass. See, it is going to condense. Okay, and this science in context, what are we going to learn here? A gas expands faster than a solid or liquid because there is more space between its particles. No, so even in the previous session also we have learnt that the gas is going to expand, it is going to increase the size more faster than a solid or a liquid form, because gas has got more space between its particles. If you leave gas, it is going to occupy the entire space. Okay, so this is what we have to remember. Clear, children? Now, so I have said to you about the dew. No, so this, see this dew drops on the leaves. This is dew. And see the mist. No, like smoky effect you can see on the roads. Even in the winters, if you just come open your door and see outside very early in the mornings, you can see some fog type of thick cloudy air. Okay, which is which has occupied the outer space. That is nothing but the water vapor which has been condensed to form mist. So this we call it as misty. See this blur area, like white color blur area. Okay, now, and to know this, children, like about this condensation and also this expansion, so we have got one activity. So you also, you can try it at your home, and it is very easy. If you try this, you will better understand about this condensation and expansion. Okay, children, clear? So what you have to do now, you have to show that air expands on heating and contracts on cooling. Okay, what you want to show? You have to show that air is going to expand on heating and contract on cooling. And what are the materials you require? You require balloons, that is one balloon is enough, or a 2-liter water bottle, okay, and a bowl of hot water and a bowl of cold water. Okay, so you need a balloon, 2 water bottles, otherwise one water bottle also is enough. You take one balloon, one water bottle, and you take one bowl of hot water, and in another bowl you keep cold water. So you need these 4 ingredients now. And now what is the procedure? First you have to fix a slightly inflated balloon to the mouth to the 2-liter bottle. Any bottle, it is not that only 2-liter bottle, children. If you have 2-liter bottle, what happens is big bottle, so you will be having more air. If the bottle size is big, the air quantity also will be more. So that is why you can take 2-liter bottle. If you are not having, you can take even a small bottle than that. Clear, children? So now what you are going to do? You have to fix a slightly inflated balloon, that is like inflated is which is filled with air or gas, okay, and to the mouth of 2-liter bottle. So this bottle, to the mouth of the bottle you have to fix one balloon. So this bottle is slightly inflated, in the sense, because if we keep a bottle open, what happens, you will have some air passing through into the bottle. So to that particular bottle mouth you just fix the balloon and place the bottle with the balloons into the bowl of hot water and observe the change. I will show you here. See here. So this is the hot water experiment, children. Now this is hot water in a container, and here is our bottle for which we have fixed a balloon to its mouth, and we have kept the bottle in the hot water. Okay, we have kept the bottle in the hot water. Now what is going to happen? So because we have kept it in the hot water, the air inside this balloon, inside the bottle, the air inside the bottle is going to heat it up, okay, because it is hot water. And as it is heated, so it is going to move very fast. The movement is very fast. The molecules inside the bottle are going to move apart, and they are moving very fast. Because of that, so they are occupying the space in the balloon. So see, the balloon size is increasing here. No, so these molecules which are there in the bottle are going to occupy the space in the balloon. Okay, so this what it happens. And now again, if you see about this cold water, so again place the bottle with the balloon in a bowl, and then you just insert that bottle in the cold water, and you just see the change. So what happens here? See what is happening. So immediately whatever balloon is there, the same bottle, if you keep it in the cold water container, the size of the balloon has been decreased. No, it is been deflated. That is, the air or gas is being emptied from the balloon. Okay, because what happens here? What happens in this condensation process or in this contraction process? What happens? The molecules are going to, the movement of these molecules is going to be slowed down. Because of that, there won't be much movement when we see it, when it is heated. Okay, children. So this is very easy experiment for you. Please do it, and you can observe with your own eyes like what is going to happen. Okay, clear, children? Now, so this is when it is cooled. Okay, now see what you have observed is the balloon gets inflated when the bottle is kept in hot water, and the balloon gets deflated when the bottle is kept in cold water. Yes, inflated. So what is inflated? Filled with air or gas. The balloon is going to be filled with air or gas when the bottle is kept in hot water, and when it is in the cold water, it is been emptied. The air or the gas which is there in the balloon is being emptied. Okay, so because of this contraction. Clear? Now, so what is the reason? Why is this happening? The hot water heats up the air inside the bottle, and the air expands and inflates the balloon. And in the bowl of cold water, the air inside the bottle gets cold and contracts. So this causes the balloon to deflate. So hot water, what it is going to do? It is going to heat up the air which is inside the bottle. Okay, and because of that, the air is going to expand, it is going to increase the size, and it is going to fill even the balloon with the air. Okay, and when you come to the cold water experiment, so the air inside the bottle, when you keep the bottle in the cold water, the air which is there inside that bottle, it is going to get cooled and is going to contract. So where the balloon is going to be emptied, no, it's being emptied of air or gas. So this is nothing but deflate. Okay children, understood? And what is the conclusion of this experiment? What did we learn? Air expands on heating and contracts on cooling. Okay, so well, for in easy words I can say, warm air is going to rise, cool air is going to sink. No, rising is going up, sinking is coming down. No, going down. So warm air, that is hot air, is going to rise up. Cool air is going to come down. So when you heat, the air is going to go up. When you cool, the air is going to come down. Clear children? Yes, now hope you have understood this. Now we have learnt about heating and cooling of glasses. We'll see the physical and chemical changes now. Physical and chemical changes. A change in which no substance is formed and there is merely a change of state is called a physical change. So what is a physical change? Physical, okay, where there is no new substance. If there is a change, if there is no new substance and there is only a change of state, only a change of state, like is liquid to solid or solid to liquid. If there is only a change of state, this is the change of state. Okay, so this is called as a physical change which we can see. Okay, physical is which we can see. And melting of ice, freezing of water, boiling of water are examples of physical changes. So melting of ice, the ice is going to melted as water. Freezing of water, again water is going to become as ice after freezing it. Boiling of water, if you boil the water, you will get the water vapor. So these are all the physical changes. Okay children, here there is no new substance. No, there is no change in the substance, but there is a change in the state from solid to liquid or from liquid to gas. Okay, so this is nothing but a physical change. And physical changes are reversible. They are reversible. Now reversible in the sense, if ice is becoming water, then water also can become ice. No children, and it becomes also. So this change we call it as reversible. So in other words, we get the original substance back even after the change takes place. For example, ice changes to water on heating, but we get back ice by freezing water. See, so in this physical change what happens? We get the original substance. Suppose water is the original substance for us and we have turned water into ice on freezing. Again, if you keep the ice outside and when it is heated or warmed, again we'll get back our original water. Okay children, so original form of liquid, that is water. So this is nothing but the physical change and they are reversible. Clear? Now, and what is the chemical change? Chemical change is one in which a new substance is formed. Here you have got a new substance. In physical change, there is no new substance. Okay, this kind of change is irreversible. Irreversible. There is no chance of reversible condition. It is irreversible. We cannot get back the original substance. If there is a change, and if we are not able to get back the original substance back, then this change is known as chemical change. Okay, so we cannot get back the original substance back once it undergoes a chemical change. So any substance children, so if it is undergoing any chemical change, we will not be getting the original shape or the original substance back. And this particular change is called as chemical change. Clear children? So for example, burning of wax candle. Burning of wax candle. If you are burning the wax candle, the candle is going to burn up. No, nothing will be remained. Again you will not get the candle if it is totally burned. No. And burning of paper, if you burn the paper, will you get back the paper back children? No. So this change is the chemical change. Clear? Where we are not getting the original substance back. Understood children? Yes now. So this is what we have learnt in this today's session children. We will be continuing in the next session. Until then, take care and goodbye. And please visit our website www.aimstoday.in for other information regarding online classes, quizzes, live worksheets, DIY activities, English classes and coding. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates.